what's happening. Hello everyone, Thranxes here, and welcome back to Call of Cthulhu, Episode 3, where we're trying to get inside Warehouse 36. I don't want to talk to the guard yet, as I don't want to tip my hand that I'm trying to get inside before it's time. Let's see what these sailors have to say.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
No. I've just arrived, you fools.
How can I be the one who defaced your saint? I've just come ashore, you idiots.
That's true. We're as drunk as lords.
You bet. You could have gone by without us seeing you.
Do not rile me. You can hardly stand up.
He's right. We're no match.
For the moment. We're annoyed. It's understandable.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
You guys can hardly stand. Who are these guys that are keeping guard?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Who is Cat?
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
Alright, tell me about St.
That
Brendan.
statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
Ooh.
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Is this where you live?
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Fair enough. So you don't have any work?
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So
see.
we drink.
Fair enough. I'll leave you to it.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
It's obviously very valuable. Goodness. Nothing really hidden back here. Let's go see what these two bozos have to say. Oh wait.
Tell me. No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who. I bet that you hid them somewhere in your hut on the docks. Not even, and don't go looking there.
On your hut out on the docks. The one with the padlock?
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Interesting. Let's see if I can somehow get the key from this gentleman.
Who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep it shut.
Wait, we don't have a clear conscience.
Quiet. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
Dang. Investigate their activities. Lie. Hold to test eloquence. I haven't been putting many points into that. This passage leads to the Hawkins warehouse. How about... Is it you who No. Is it you who defaced the statue?
I went to see the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors.
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
Me? I'm a little interested. No. Tell me if you work for
Cat.
Cat.
She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes.
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope you had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
Yikes. You really are scared of this cat.
She sounds frightening, your boss.
And she doesn't like to be talked about behind her back.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
Fair enough, indeed. Remind me what you're doing here?
What are you guarding, exactly?
Listen, bonehead, we already told you that we're guarding our boss's turf.
Fair enough. But I know that this leads to the Hawkins warehouse.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
So I'm going to have to go see Cat. I could just tell them that Cat sent me. I don't want to burn that bridge
I bid you,
yet.
gentlemen, farewell.
We'll see. Maybe we can end up with... Let's see. Our eloquence is only an amateur level, but they don't necessarily seem too stupid. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Let's go check this direction here and see what this officer has to say.
Where do you think you're going?
What are the police doing here?
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
Others are interested in the warehouse.
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
We're on the same team?
You and I are on the same side of the law.
Oh, yeah?
You don't want to know the truth behind this case.
Are you saying our work was not up to snuff?
No.
Forget it.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say. Tell me what you know.
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
Noted. Leave Silas alone.
You again. I told you to beat it.
So I've
No need to get worked up.
So I've exhausted my options with you as well. Well, we can always go back and lie to the muscle. Tell them that Cat sent us. We could go talk with Cat. See if we can work out a deal to get access. Or we can see if there's anything back behind here. Who might you be?
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
You're not scared of Kat?
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
I'm not necessarily scared either, but what are the bootleggers doing here?
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
I think I'll do that, actually. But only after I've done a little bit of looking around myself. Aha! This car's got the road blocked. Okay, no, let's peek around here ourselves. Find hidden items. The spot hidden skill allows you to detect hidden items in a close range. Oh. Aha. This lever activates a mechanism.
A handle. It must come from these old winches.
Okay. We're going to go up top here. Yes, indeed we are. All right.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
You know what? I think we're going to do that. Let's mount the handle. No? You won't let me? Wait. I'm getting the little hidden object flickering. Hold on. Well, no. Let's go ahead and lift it first. Okay, so I've mounted it, but why won't it let me? Okay, let's investigate the underside of this, perhaps. It's just telling me there's another hidden object nearby, but perhaps our skill is not high enough to see it? I don't know. We put a lot of points into our hidden object skill. Aha.
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Otherwise, they're still whaling in these parts. Whoa. A ratchet device. This part enables heavy loads to be lifted and held aloft without risk.
A ratchet device. Exactly what I need.
Indeed. Am I still getting the hidden object?
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
There we go. Okay. But we're still getting hidden object notification. I feel like we've looked everywhere here. Perhaps it's down below? Could be in this pile of clutter here. Perhaps our skill is just not high enough. No, I think we've found everything we can. Let's go see if we can use this ratchet. Lift up the grate, and we'll get in that way. Let's mount the ratchet device. Is that it? We're still not able to activate it. We're missing some final piece, if I had to guess. Right. But what could it be? The flashing exclamation point seems to be the same cadence no matter where my positioning is. Oh, wait. Let's see. Would have to be in this pile somewhere, right? Oh, oh. Here we are. Aha. It's cogwheel.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
Interesting. I love it. Okay, so maybe we need to put out our lighter now? Is that a thing we can do? I don't know if we want to use up all of our fluid. We do have this cogwheel. Let's go ahead and mount that. Okay, so we needed to find everything until the question marks changed. And let's... Oh, we have to test our strength now.
Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
Oh, we're able to do it.
Ugh.
Okay. Are we just going to keep our lighter lit now? Although I suppose that might be necessary going down. Oh, do I want to go down here, though? Oh. Oh, really? Oh. Oh, no. No, what's happening? Let's get back out. Oh.
Smoke. It's coming from this oil. I hope it's not toxic.
Right? It seems like it's a little toxic. We're absolutely struggling. We're having troubles down here. So what we have here is a cave-in of some sort. Alright, I suppose we'll go this way. We'll get away from some of the smoke, maybe. Oh, are we really going to wade through water like this? Can't really see the bottom. Oh. No. 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 No! Oh. Oh. Oh, what? What have I done? Seaweed? Really? Okay. I'm pretty sure that's going to affect the sanity. The Submerge City. While investigating the Hawkins warehouse, Pierce entered a partly submerged tunnel that ran under the docks. There, something took hold of his arm and tried to drag him beneath the surface. Drowning, the detective caught glimpses of human and animal bodies, as well as an underground city. Pierce managed to make it back to the surface to discover that rather than tentacles, it was seaweed that had wrapped itself around his arm. The vision, nevertheless, disturbed him by its clarity and its violence. We're still stable, but it has a little exclamation point. Oh, this is mental trauma, so we've suffered some mental trauma. Oh, yikes. Maybe no more of that? Perhaps this wasn't the best way to get into the warehouse. Should have just taken eloquence and tried to lie to those guys. Oh, hello.
This is primitive.
Indeed. Look. It's that symbol in green. Alright. Appears like we've made it. Maybe. Maybe put out the lighter so people don't see you climbing up here? I mean, what, are we just going to draw attention to ourselves now? Anybody in that bar could see us up here.
Ugh, this place stinks.
No.
What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Right, that's what we need to find out. So we've got a new character point, which I think we're going to take in... Oh, I think we're going to take an investigation. Just to finish that up, and then we'll go back to spot hidden. Yep, I'm good with that. Okay. What is that? That is a jump symbol? Is that a broken leg symbol? What is that? I don't know if I want to do that. Alright, let's do it. Jump. To enter a reconstruction scene, hold both buttons. Reconstruction scene? Oh. I guess we're doing it. Okay. What do we hear?
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
To leave a reconstruction scene, hold both buttons. No, we're still working on it. Psychology.
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here?
Right, is this... Oh, we had like somebody laying down here? Oh, I see. We're like recreating stuff. Okay, hold on.
Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
Right?
It smells as bad as it looks.
Just fish guts and such.
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this?
Interesting. I'm so curious. Oh, what have we here?
What happened here?
Somebody's been here and been troubled. That's why we're hearing all these screams. Well, not we, but the locals. I think those are all the facts we're going to get from this. Let's end the reconstruction scene. New clue memorized. Hawkins warehouse. Let's spend our character point immediately in investigation to get it up to expert level. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at our clues. Officially unused since Charles Hawkins' death, this warehouse recently housed a clandestine resident. Signs of life attest to the fact. The presence of blood-stained bandages must also be noted, probably removed from a wound, as well as pills, painkillers, and sleeping pills. Moreover, the occupant seems to be obsessed with Sarah Hawkins, as attested by the presence of several documents connected to the artist's life, photograph, and a press cutting. But it is the discovery of a partly charred painting recognized by Officer Bradley as having come from the Hawkins mansion that allows all doubts to be lifted as to the link between the contents of this building and the Hawkins case. We didn't get that information from Officer Bradley, though. Or did we? Okay, well, we're going to be able to take these pain pills, these sleeping pills? No, we're not. We've done our due diligence. Let us depart the warehouse.
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move!
Okay.
The Hawkins case has been wound up. Let the dead rest in peace.
Hold to test psychology. Threaten the police officer. I don't think I'm gonna have... I don't have the psychology to ask him to let's team up. I could threaten the police officer. I have professional level strength. We're gonna have to start putting points in our strength, I believe. Someone else is interested in Hawkins.
Look around you. Someone has settled in here. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
That's when he tells us.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene. Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on.
Right?
My car's parked down the way.
Exactly.
Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again.
I see.
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
You don't care who was holed up in
Is
the
it
warehouse?
far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
I see. Well, then we best be on our way. Chapter 3, Garden of the Hawkins Mansion. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place thought to be abandoned revealed some surprises. Signs of recent occupation as well as a partly charred painting. Interrupted in his searching by Officer Bradley, Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins mansion. Okay, fair enough. Let's enter madness. I like how the story pushes you along and you don't get to do everything. I mean, the completionist in me hates it, but I feel like it makes your choices more impactful. Oh, somebody's watching us. Yeah, open her up, officer. I want to go have a word with this Silas. But if he's been staying at his house...
Well, here we are. Hawkins mansion.
Why would he be in the warehouse? Very well.
The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Okay, we've got some new places in our diary. You're not the first to talk about Winchester. Thought the mansion burned in a fire. How about you know the place very well?
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Very admirable. But I thought the mansion burnt in a fire.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
I do have other questions. Hold your horses. You're not the first one to talk about Winchester.
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time.
Really?
You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family.
I see.
So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
Hold on. Anything I should be wary
I
of?
prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched.
I'll say.
Though he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go.
Right?
Right?
No, I get that. I respect that, Officer Bradley. Why would I ask and then not listen to your advice? That's kind of goofy. But I guess if it was him in the warehouse, how could he have afforded the pain meds?
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know?
Yeah.
Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with
Oh.
Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around, it would seem.
Indeed, I
So,
have.
since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
No, I have no more questions. Let's not waste any more time.
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
Mhm.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
I accept these terms.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
But first, we're gonna read a few entries in our diary. So we've learned about Officer Bradley. This hick cop likes order and justice. He's no great sleuth, but he seems more inclined than his colleagues to discover the truth in the Hawkins case, thankfully. The inhabitants of the island seem to be friendly with him. He could help me in my investigation. That's why he's coming along. So we've also learned about the mansion gardens. The Hawkins mansion is perched at the top of a steep cliff. The abandoned garden harbors the graves of the Hawkins family, and only the old caretaker Silas Winchester still roams this bleak spot. He protects it fiercely and still puts flowers on the graves of his old masters. It's a gloomy place. Indeed it is. But that's where we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. This has been Call of Cthulhu Episode 3. I hope you've had a good time watching, because as always, I've had a good time playing. Be sure to like the video if you did have a good time watching, and subscribe and ring the bell if you haven't already done so. But until next time, take care.